Hey, what's up? So today we're going to be running through First Light. It's your first time in Aeternum, you land on the shore, you have no idea what to do. This is your guide for that level 1 to 9. So we'll take you through the beginnings of your time in Aeternum, get you some tips and tricks that'll help you out through your journey, and get you ahead of the pack at launch. So let's get into it. As you land on the shore, you'll be faced this way towards the watchtower, and you'll be running through here. As you're running through here, make sure for the first couple quests that you find to grab some flint. You're going to need a few of those while running through. So let's run up to the quest giver here for the first quest of your journey. You're going to have a journal here. Grab that for some XP as well as some lore. You're going to have another journal entry here. You can read that as well for some lore there. And then you're going to grab the supply crate for some more materials. We got some crafting mods there, but let's talk to Nora. She's going to hand you your first quest, and you're going to be able to grab that very, very quickly. So you'll run over here, you'll kill all those guys, and then run back to here. On your way there, make sure to grab these bushes for the second or third quest that you'll have. Being as efficient as you can on launch will definitely help you get above the pack and stay above the pack, which is really helpful, especially for those, hunting quests as well. So if you are able to unlock the crafting first, make sure to craft yourself, that flint axe, that flint knife, and anything else that you can use to harvest and gather materials. You'll want to grab some boar pelts. This will give you infused claw off the rip, but it will, and more importantly, give you that boar pelt to be able to use for one of the quests here. On top of that, you'll find some herbs here. This gives you some low-level materials for potions, as well as some cinnamon, some dill, a few things that most people won't find throughout any other zone. Herbs in general have a random RNG to it as far as what you'll get, but the territories itself have a specific set of those other cooking ingredients that you'll need. So check out a few of the other sources to find, but they'll have different ones per territory, so keep that in mind. Next area you got here, you're gonna run east. So you'll find this cave, you'll go through it. If you want to be efficient, chop all the trees, make sure you have the stuff that you need going through, pelts and meat as well. If you didn't know, you can actually use raw meat to heal yourself. So if I pop this right here, you're gonna see that I'm starting to heal myself for, actually doesn't tell us, but it's a little bit. It helps out in early level when you don't have any food on you that's actually cooked. You can just eat the raw meat, be as efficient as you can. But let's go through some of these areas in the lower level spots. We have got this cave here up here first, level 5s. Take these guys out really quick. If you really wanted to be efficient, you could just skip them all, kind of run past them, as we'll do here. But you'll find, a few different lost enemies up in this area that you can kill off and hopefully not get hit by that guy. Also, as we just saw, there's a note right here for you to grab as well. Let's grab that. So this is cave part 2. So let's see if we can't find part 1 back here. I might have skipped it. Always good. So it doesn't look like there is a page over here. There might be. I will try to be your landmark tour guide rather than the lore tour guide. We'll probably get to that once it launches here. So let's get to the end of the cave here. So let's run right first. One of the longer ways through it. The door right there is actually the closest to you. You can get through here. You'll have a crate to grab right here. This will give you some materials. And as we can see, we have a corrupted door. So how these work, once we kill these guys off, is it's a veil. So you attack it and it goes down. Simple as that. You run through. You've got some crawly boys here. Bam, one at the back of the head. Easy, because we're a little over leveled, but we're running through it. We're giving you guys the details. Boop, right to the head again. There is a corrupted chaplain here for you to take out. That chaplain is an elite mob, so be careful. He could do some damage if you are lower level. So yeah, we've got a weapon chest here. This will give you a musket, a flat bow, and potentially some other weapons, so that you can have some more diversity going into the game. The tutorial is really, really good. It kind of builds off itself, obviously, which tutorials should do, but this one does it very, very well so that you're not overwhelmed too early on. It is a unforgiving game in some situations, but this one does it very, very well. So pay attention to a lot of the details that you find throughout, and make sure you keep them on hand for some of the situations that you'll get into a little later into this game. So at the end of this, there isn't a chest, so you'll basically just jump off of here. You'll go straight back to, what was her name, Rona? Rona? No, it wasn't Rona. You'll go straight back to Quest Giver, we'll just say that, and you can turn in your quest there. Again, on your way back, make sure to collect that flint and the trees if you have that axe already, and the bushes if you have the sickle. It is very important that you gather those materials as fast as you can without, being a part of the mob. Here is that crafting area that you can. As you can see here, you got the pickaxe, you've got the sickle, you've got the hatchet or axe, and you have the knife. Fishing pole, I wouldn't worry about unless you want to. You do actually have to find hemp there. And we can find that actually down over here. So let's make our way up that way. So these areas down here are good for, farming low level if you want to. There's a few chests that you can grab for supplies, but primarily you're going to want to, rush through these areas if you don't want to be collecting all the lore and you don't really care about that stuff. Making sure that you, as I said before, stay in front of the pack. But as you're running through here, you'll actually find, a few of these herbs. You can pick them up if you want to. This will give you, again, that low level map for potions. A little bit of saffron there as well. So you got saffron, you got cinnamon, you got dill, and what was the other thing? It was nutmeg. So you've got a decent amount of cooking ingredients here to be able to put on the trade post if you want. If not, use them for your crafting and getting that cooking up. So some more herbs here as you're running through. You can gather them again if you want to. Trees of abundance all over this place. Now there are some portals. I don't think they'll spawn once the server boots up, but make sure to stay away from those. As we can tell, they are definitely going to be above that starting level. You can come back here and farm them if you want to. There's a lot of clusters actually here that we could go into taking. But yeah, they're definitely a little higher level than what you will be at the moment. If you are about that, 6 or 7 level, you can come up here, kill some wolves. They'll give you some pelts as well, and there's some turkeys that you can kill as well. Turkeys are a great source for feathers as well as poultry. So poultry is that level 1, tier 1 cooking material as well. These wolves will give you some pelts as well as some meat. So that one actually didn't give us meat. That's kind of strange. They should be giving us some sort of meat here. I think if they gave us red meat. Yep, there we go. So tier 2 red meat. You can use that for tier 1 stuff as well as tier 2. It's great to have on hand. So we'll have 2 wolves in this cave. These guys can drop some gear as well. You'll find some saltpeter here for that crafting of bullets. So make sure you pick that up if you don't have it already. As well, there's silver veins. I don't think at your level you should be able to hit these and grab that. But just in case, there they are. We'll have supply crates here and some iron ore, which you can actually cut down. So make sure to grab that. Get yourself some iron bullets with that saltpeter. So it's saltpeter, flint, and that makes gunpowder. And then you use that gunpowder with the iron to create your bullets. As you also just saw, we had some luck and actually got a diamond. So when you go into iron and other ores outside of the stone or lodestone, you can actually get gems from them. So it's a good source to find those. Expeditions, as you get farther, will actually give you more, and they give you an abundance of gems. But as you're leveling up, make sure to find that iron if you want to. Grab some gems for you, and at that lower level, you won't be finding a lot of armor with gem slots. So once you do, make sure to keep it close. If you do have the right attributes on it, it's a great thing to have, especially while leveling You know, you can add a onyx for that physical, you can add an elemental gem with that opal, or you can add both with the diamond for your armor. And then on, you know, the weapons, if you are a tank, make sure to grab a carnelian. It'll help you a crap ton with pulling enemies. Outside of that, you want an opal for stamina, but once that stamina goes down, you'll be dealing more damage with that opal. As well, you could grab a moonstone or an onyx again, or a emerald. So emeralds give you a boost in damage once your enemy gets below 30%. It's a great way as well to deal some damage to your enemies with that weapon that you've got. But yeah, again, you probably won't find a bunch of them, so keep them close. We've got a bunch of trees and stuff to gather in this area, and now we are in the settlement of First Light. So here you will find a large amount of, you know, crafting stalls as well as a storage here. You'll be able to find the town project board, which helps you level up really, really fast by gathering those materials as we found and have talked about. The war board is used for wars once you get to that level, and you can buy settlements to actually, you know, own the land, as you can tell through the map here. So the upper level of the map, you won't actually find any settlements that you can purchase or own. At least in beta, that is how it is. You'll also find the governor's desk, which once you own it, you can settle that stuff up. More town projects. Also, you can find the territory planning board, so this helps you out again if you own the settlement. Now, you see all these factions. Once you get to about level 8 or 9, you can actually find yourself a faction. So you should be that level once you get to here. I think there's maybe 2 quests that'll get you here up to that level, but you will want to pick, you know, the faction that you represent. So make sure to talk to them, understand them a little bit. Now, if you don't want to understand them, just try to pick the best, you know, color that you want to wear, because the gear will give you these emblems on top of it. So, you know, you can swag yourself out that way if you don't really pay attention to the lore there. But let's go into a few more things on this. So since no territories have been claimed yet, you should be able to grab, you know, the well, which is always free, the honey, which is always free, but then you'll find the food supply cart. So once this is, you know, once you get here, you can grab it. Ton of materials here. So another thing that's interesting about First Light is there is a cow that you can milk. So if you milk Sherry here, you will get that milk from her, and we will use that for crafting, you know, some food for you. It's a level tier, you get 25, so it's a good, you know, place to grab that. There's actually 2 wells here that you can grab. So grab that water for those pots that you gathered those herbs for. You can make sure to craft those up before you head out of the area. You can also buy houses here. I wouldn't primarily work on that, just, you know, it costs a decent amount and you have to have, you know, 20, 10, or 5,000 coin to do that. It's great for later in the game, but that is about it. So that is your first run through of First Light. Fresh off the ship, that 1 through 9, getting to your first settlement, everything in between. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Next, we're going to be running through a few of the areas that you might not have seen in other playthroughs, uncovering some of those elite and named mobs, some chest locations, and some few spots that you might be interested in on launch. So make sure to click that link on the screen, get yourself some more information, and uncover some of those areas that you might want to know.